Hey guys, it's Frecky here, and today I'm talking about an unexpected downside to being on a weight loss journey. Alright, so weight loss. It is wonderful. It is good for your health. It is, gonna make you live longer and all of that type of stuff. It is a good thing, so I'm not saying I don't want to be on a weight loss journey. I need to be and I want to be. Just something unexpected has popped up, and with that, I'm working on being healthier, but there's more than one aspect to being healthy. It's not just physical health. There is a mental health factor that needs to be in check also. You need to be mentally healthy as well. And since I started this and since I am sticking to it, I have realized that, food and binging and all of that was my number one coping mechanism. When I'm upset, there's just something comforting and satisfying about eating. Whatever it is, it helps. Not in a good way. There's plenty of coping mechanisms that are not helpful. And that's one of them. And so that is now gone. And with it, let me explain a little bit deeper of how it would help. Help. Not really help, but it would mask whatever else is going on. I would, it's the whole process of it. So something's bothering me and I start thinking of food. So whatever's going on is put on the back burner. So while that's sitting on the back burner, I'm thinking about what I want to eat. I'm going to the store and buying it. I'm going to the fast food place and buying it. I'm coming home and cooking it. I'm unwrapping it. I'm eating it. And so the issue I had is just sitting on the back burner, and I'm just distracted and focused on this because it takes a while to get food and make food and eat food. It's time consuming. And then after that, the guilt sets in and I feel like a failure for falling off my diet, or I feel like a fatty and, feel guilty and why am I doing this to myself? And I end up focusing so much on the food and on the weight and on being fat that whatever other issue I had, it's no longer on the back burner. It's up in the cabinet, put away and locked, and I completely ignore it. And I'm more focused on that. And that's an issue I've had my whole life. I know how to be upset about being fat and being overweight and unhealthy. I know how to not deal with it, but I know how to focus on that. It's easy to address. Because then I can be like, all right, to fix this, I need to do X, Y, and Z. We all know how to freaking lose weight. So it's easier to address and focus on that instead. And so now, this go around, I am sticking to my guns. And I am not binging. I am not falling off plan or anything like that. I'm sticking to it. And so that coping mechanism is gone, and now everything that has been locked away in that cupboard is surfacing. It's coming out, and I'm having to deal with it. And I said downside earlier, but honestly, it's obviously it's an upside. It's just hard, and this probably isn't like most weight loss vlogs that you have watched or would like to watch, where it's all happy and successful and oh my gosh, like it's so easy, you can do it. And I believe everybody can do it, but there are aspects to it that I just never really thought about. I was focused on the first time that I lost the weight and that I had gotten in a very good space mentally. But the thing is, right before that, my mom had passed away. And when she did, everything that I had been locking away came to the surface, because that is just too big of a blow. It was like stick with the cupboard scenario. You can only shove so much, and shoving that in there, everything came falling out. Everything out of the cabinet just is on the floor for everybody to see. And I had to address what was going on. And I mean, honestly, I needed a lot of help. I had luckily friends that were there for support, and I went to psychiatrists, and I got the medication I needed and everything like that. And so I had already unloaded the cupboard, so to speak. And so when I was focused on losing weight, all of that was gone. It was not an issue that go around because I had just unloaded it. Well, this time I have not unloaded that cupboard since back then, and I have a major issue of ignoring things and just pretending like it's okay. And I'm like, I constantly say, fake it till you make it, and that's not a healthy way to be. Like, yes, I do still believe like some of fake it till you make it can work in some aspects of life, but you still have to address things, and you still have to learn how to cope with things and all of that in a healthier way. It's just something that I wanted to throw out there that I did not expect, and it's making it harder. But at the same time, I am very proud of the fact that I haven't jumped to binging. I haven't jumped to forget this, I'm just gonna get food and blah 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 and repeat that cycle all over again. I'm doing some deep soul searching, and I am really going to be working on what other issues I have going on in my life, and mentally and physically and whatever. And I probably am not going to get into all of those on camera. Despite having this channel and going this way for wanting to lose weight, I am a private person. I don't like to share a lot, which seems ironic with me being uploading this video to YouTube today. But like with friends and stuff, I tend to hold it in. Like it's not fun to share and focus on problems, and that, unfortunately, if you aren't sharing and if you aren't addressing it, then that's when you can create bigger problems. I mean, even as a kid, I remember I was bullied a lot, and it happens. Kids are jerks. But I got called into the counselor's office because friends had complained about me picking on them, and I was just shocked. I'm like, wait, I'm the one that is literally picked on all the time, and I didn't realize it at the time. But that's when, unfortunately, sometimes you can lash out at those that you care about, and I wasn't even aware of the things that I was doing to the people that I cared about. And obviously that was the first time that it was addressed that I do have some issues that I need to deal with. And I don't even know what grade I was in. It was grade school. But I have a habit of doing that. And so I am working on trying to communicate with some friends. And unfortunately, money's just really tight, and I cannot afford, a therapist or a psychologist or any of that type of stuff. And so it's gonna be a struggle, and I'm gonna need the help and support of my friends. But I've found myself recently doing the same thing that I did in grade school and lashing out at friends for no reason. Like, I'm not gonna get into what happened, but something happened with my roommate the other day that I don't know why. Like, it was a simple situation, and I got very angry and blew up, and I don't know where that came from. And that has to be from me not addressing issues. I mean, when you are not happy and you're not satisfied with your life, you can only hold so much in. And like I said earlier, you know, you can only shove so much in the cupboard before things start flowing out of it and falling on the floor. And so that was kind of a wake-up call that, whoa, I need to address what's going on with myself besides just focusing on the weight. It's always been my easy go-to, like, that's my problem, I'm focused on that. And there's other stuff. And so I feel like I'm kind of rambling now, but as I said, I'm going to be addressing those, and it's an unexpected thing. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where else I wanted to go with this, besides the fact that I just wanted to express that. And I believe I said it before that, you know, you need to figure out other coping mechanisms for when you're doing this, since food is typically a good coping mechanism for a lot of people. But that's for stuff that you expect. Like, you can only know what you haven't ignored. So, like, when I'm having money issues, I know I can get upset. Or when I have an angry customer, I know that's a trigger. When I'm in certain social situations, I know that's a trigger. But there are a lot of things that I have put away that I don't know that are my triggers, that I've just ignored. So these other coping mechanisms will be needed, and I'll need to figure out what works best for me. And honestly, writing it out and talking it on camera is helping. It's kind of letting me have a little bit of a release, and then once the emotions calm down, I can easier focus on how to fix whatever problem it is. And so that's kind of why I'm doing this, and that's where I'm at right now. Because, like I said, after that day, I was not able to sleep, and then was pretty much upset all day yesterday, and even last night I couldn't sleep. I stayed up until like 4 a.m. watching sappy movies and stupid love stories and stuff like that. So those draw out emotions. Like, my particular issue right now has nothing to do with like a love story, but they do trigger emotions, and I kind of need to pull them out to see what else is getting caught up in my emotions. So yeah, so that is one thing that is an interesting turn of events. And so if you're on a journey, and if you're experiencing something similar to this, like, I would love to hear it. Like, this is one that I haven't even talked to my friends about yet, because I don't have a reason. I just haven't. And normally before I make a video, I actually talk to some friends and be like, hey, are you similar to this? Has this ever happened? Have you noticed this? But I didn't do that this time, and I'll be talking with them after this video is up and everything. But I am curious if other people have noticed that, and maybe what are some of your coping mechanisms, or some of your ways of dealing with things that doesn't involve going to, you know, a therapist that costs money, or a psychologist that costs money, or any of that. It would be great to hear what you guys do. And I have some things that I'll be planning on implementing and all of that. And I mean, the first thing is realizing you have a problem. And if you're not happy with something, no matter what it is, whether it's your job, your love life, your health, your whatever, if you realize that you have that problem and you're not happy with it, you need to address it and do what you can to fix it and improve it. And that's a lot of this year. I have been trying to focus on improving things in my life that I'm not happy with. And unfortunately, a lot of circumstances changed since the end of last year that I haven't been able to implement as much as I wanted to, but I need to find a way around that. So I am. And yeah. So anyway, despite everything that's going on, I am very happy that I'm sticking to my my plan, staying on points or bites and everything like that. And even yesterday, I was like super happy. My friend was talking about this brownie batter hummus, and it tastes amazing. I mean, it is hummus. It's chickpeas, but it tastes like freaking brownie batter, and it is so delicious. And for a little bit, it's only like 2 points. The whole thing would be 19 points if you ate that in one sitting, but not that you should, but still. So despite what had happened, normally all right, whatever, I'm just gonna go to McDonald's, grab, one of everything. Instead, I got some healthier stuff. I still got stuff that feels like cheating because it's chocolate, but it wasn't. And so that is very helpful. And especially now that I'm trying to pay attention to sodium, which I never have before. And I did look it up. You're supposed to have no more than 2,300 grams of sodium. And I was having a lot of sodium. Especially, there was one thing that I was getting. I was getting bratwurst from Quick Trip, the gas station. And I figured, I just Googled bratwurst, or not Googled, but I looked up bratwurst on the iTrack Bites app, and it said it's 5 points. Cool. Well, that's for 1 ounce. It was a default setting. I thought it was, what a brat is. I don't know how many ounces in a brat. I've never really paid attention. It's whatever. Well, brats are usually like 2 to 4 ounces. So I actually went to Quick Trip's website and got their nutritional information, and it's actually 8 points, or 8 bites, and it has 910 grams of sodium in one. That might have been for 2, but either way, I think it was for 1. And so I was actually eating like 3,000 to 5,000 grams of sodium a day, or milligrams, whatever the measurement is. So now I'm paying attention, and we'll focus on that for this week as far as for the actual physical health aspect, and see if I can do a little bit better than I did last week. I have high hopes. So anyway, random tangent, just was getting a little too emotional there, so I needed to switch it up a little bit. And so yeah, that's all I'm gonna be talking about in this video. I'm pretty much done. So as I always say, if you are on a journey, please comment below. I'd love to support you, and I appreciate the support. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Keep me motivated, and I want to help keep you guys motivated. And I will see you later.